Hello everyone and welcome to the void between reality and the land of hackin' nerds. My name is Brian, aka He of the Void, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Voyager class Megatron. And yeah, I mean, at this point, the free world knows my opinion on Siege. I think it was one of, if not the best Transformers lines in recent memory. It just produced joy after joy after joy, and Megatron is no different. Is a perfect figure? No, but it is just an absolute gas. And this is probably one of the most repainted slash remolded figures I've ever seen. There are so many repaints and remolds of this toy that I honestly couldn't even begin to remember all of them. If you want to know everything this toy has been remolded into, go check the wiki, because it would be... I have a good memory, but God, there's so many repaints of this toy to the point where people are sick of seeing it, but I still think it's a cool toy. So first things first, we will give you the customary look at Lay Noggin. I mean, it's Megatron's head, right? Like, do you really expect me to have an in-depth opinion on Megatron's head? Like, when I've run out of things to say about Optimus Prime's head, like, do you expect me to have anything to say about Megatron's head other than it's Megatron's head and it's a good head sculpt? Head sculpt is good. Good head sculpt. So, we'll go into posability now. Actually, first, the paint job. This was primarily repainted into the 35th anniversary Megatron with the cel-shaded look like the Optimus Prime I took a look at. I unfortunately was not able to find that figure, or else I would have bought it because Prime was that good. But he does have the siege schmutz of all the battle damage and dirt and filth. But honestly, I feel like he wears it well, at least up here. Down here, it just kind of looks like paint chipping, which is unfortunate, but, oh, hey, stand up. Come on, there you go. Stand proud, Decepticon leader. So posability, head is on a ball joint. It is a bit of a stiff ball joint, so it is kind of hard to get it to go all the way around. Rotation at the shoulders, and you can come up that far, can go forward and back for a full 360. Bend at the elbow, no wrist articulation, but that's for the sake of the transformation. Waist can do a full 360, although the back kibble does sometimes get in the way. But that just comes out like that. Also, the head is on this flap, and it really doesn't like to lock in, and it will just go all the way down like that. For the legs can kick back that far, but because of the kibble. But if you pull the kibble out of the way, it can move a little bit further back, can kick forward, can do lay splits, bend at the knee, and then he does have a little toe articulation. So decently posable. Not that bad. As you can see for accessories, first he is already equipped with his trademark fusion cannon, which does look pretty good. He also comes with what I actually think is the better of the two accessories. He doesn't like the stand because back kibble. Hey, come on. Hey. There you go. He comes with this really cool looking sword. Megs, is your leg yeah, your leg is getting a little floopy there, buddy. Modern day Hasbro engineering, everyone. But he does come with this little sword. Or actually this really big sword, and I think this looks pretty cool. This is more or less part of the barrel of the tank mode cannon, but I think this sword looks pretty cool. And he can wield it like so. And I do think that looks pretty cool. So going into transformation it's fairly intuitive, and I do like it. So first we'll take this out of his hand, and we'll fold in this hand, and then this hand. Then we will just spin his fusion cannon back. We're going to take these two pieces on the back of his shoulders and flip them up like that. Then we are going to take this section and fold it up and over. Then we're going to take the shoulders, and those are going to unpeg, and we're going to fold them out like this and connect there's a peg here and a hole here, and we'll just connect that like so. Then we're going to come to the front here and fold out the two tank treads. Then we'll take this piece, and there's a tab. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that right there. And there's a slot right here, and that's going to tab in on either side like so. And then we're just going to slide this back. Or do we slide that back? Oh yeah, slide that back and in, and sometimes this will come unpegged. And that likes to get in the way. And the head does just kind of hang out, which is unfortunate. So then we're going to come to the legs, spin that around like so. Then we're going to come to the legs down here and flip down the heels. Then we're going to take this section of the leg, we're going to slide that out, and we're going to bend this in and around. Did I have to turn that right? Okay, so in here, I'll show that again. So we're going to take the leg and we're going to fold it up and in. Then we're going to close this panel, and that's going to peg into the side. I can't really get in to show that because of how tight that is in there. So we'll do the same on the other side. Just fold that up, down, around, and in like so. And then we can just connect those in. And you pretty much got the tank there. We're just going to take the sword now. Make sure that these pieces are up. They do like to flop. That side in particular. We're going to take the sword, and we're going to fold this part back. And then we're just going to slot this in, and that will peg into the barrel. And there you go. You have Siege Megatron in his tank mode. And is it perfect? No. Is it made up by the fact that the robot mode is really, really good? Yes. But I do like this tank mode. It is a Cybertronian tank. So I can get, again, with Cybertronian modes, they're not meant to be robots in disguise. They're meant to be fast travel modes. So I can give some leeway with things like kibble, although that's pretty blatant. The turret does do a full 360 like all tank turrets should. And it does roll, as all rolling things should. It just has some wheels under here. But it's a decent enough tank mode. It does the job. I like that the sword becomes an extended barrel. I think that looks really cool. I do wish that this could tilt up a little bit more, but oh well. I still like it. It's a decent tank mode. It does what it needs to do. So going back into robot mode, and then I will give my final thoughts on the figure. We're just going to slide out the sword barrel and just fold that out and around, and then put that off to the side. Then we are going to come down to the legs, unpeg the legs, and then take this piece and open it and fold that out and around. Like, I think that's the way you put it. Yeah. Then same on the other side. Unpeg that, take that, and fold that out and around. Sometimes a little easier said than done. and then just close that panel in and turn that around like so. Then we're going to come to the tank turret and just unpeg that so that the cannon is on this side. Actually, no, the cannon needs to be... Is that on the right side? Here, I'll fix it if it does in a minute. Then we'll stand up the figure. Oh, I did have the legs on wrong. My bad. Then come to the bottom first and fold out. This heel is really tight for some reason. The heels, and stand up the figure. Yeah, I did have that on the wrong end. Let me just fix that real quick. Oh, but first we'll unpeg that, fold that forward so we can get, here, I did that wrong. So we can get some clearance. And then these tank treads have little pegs here, which are going to go to the tabs on this gray section. Just fold them in like so and like so. Let me raise the camera. And then that's just going to come down and hinge onto his back. And I'll turn the arms around and put the cannon on the right arm. Or the left, it's the left arm, but it is the right arm to put it on. Then we'll fold out his fists. Like so and like so. Why don't you want to stand today? Putting this on wrong? Megs doesn't want to stand today. I don't know why. He's standing front. Oh, because his heel flipped in. That would be why. There you go, Megs. Then we can give him a sword. And there you go. There he is back in his robot mode. Again, he just doesn't want to stand today. I don't know why. Final thoughts on the figure? Good figure. Darn good figure. Get him or one of his many 2 hours later, many repaints and remolds. It's a decent figure. Obviously, I think the Studio 86 is going to be the one to go for right now. I don't have that figure yet. I do plan on getting that figure. Because I want to have him and Optimus to fight each other. You know, the studio. By the way, can we just... Hasbro has this new version of the Studio Series 86 Commander Prime with Megatron's arm and no trailer and nothing else. A barely edited head sculpt. And they want $80 for it? Like, are they high? I think they're high, but anyway. Yeah, it's a high recommendation for this figure. Really, any figure from Siege. I love Siege so much. I love Siege. It is by far my favorite line in Transformers history. And yeah, I'm asking you to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my links down below for all the places you can find me and support me. And as another reminder, I will be attending Maryland Toy Expo at the State Fairgrounds in Timonium. Very much looking forward to that. It's an amazing vintage toy show with a lot of really cool vendors, and you are going to find some amazing vintage toys there. If you can think of it, it's probably there. And I will be there patrolling the hallways, and you can come and meet your favorite toy reviewing autistic nerd. And I will be handing out crisp high fives and the manliest of hugs. So please don't feel afraid to come up and approach me. I don't bite unless you want me to. And yeah, all that's left to say is remember, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind. And I will see you next time.